Hi, my name is Sergio, and our team is made up by Maria Jose and Manuel Antonio. Our project is based on all food wasted at the World Trade Center in Mexico City. The World Trade Center, previously known as Mexico Hotel, is a skyscraper in Mexico City located in the neighborhood Nápoles. The complex includes a convention center, cultural center, parking, cinema, and a luxury revolving restaurant, which is one of the most biggest revolving restaurants in the whole world. In this project, we will focus on all wasted food that goes to the garbage and find real and viable solutions to this problem. Find that other uses could be given to the food so that in this way the complex minimizes its waste, thus reducing its impact on the environment and the cost of production. As we mentioned before, the World Trade Center in Mexico City began its existence as the Hotel Mexico, a complex of buildings that include the distinctive tower but never managed to perform its function. Originally, the hotel will have 80 floors and will become the highest hotel in the world, with about 300 meters. The construction of the hotel took place on a plot of land located in Colonia Nápoles in Mexico City, known as Parque de la Lama, and designed as a park by the businessman José Jerónimo de la Lama in 1947. But in 1966, when construction began, the owner and financial sponsor of the project was Manuel Suarez and Suarez. This skyscraper was equipped with very strict safety measures, including 56 seismic shock absorbers and 232 concrete piles that penetrate to a depth of 45 meters, surpassing the zombie feel of the old lake. More than 900 workers from the Sindicato Nacional de Trabajadores de la Construcción, Terraceros Conexeros, and Similares de México participated in this construction. For our project, we based it on the Bellini restaurant, that is the revolving restaurant located on the 45th floor of the World Trade Center. Founded in 1994, received the Guinness Award for being the largest revolving restaurant in the whole world. Bellini Restaurant has a platform or revolving system that allows diners to enjoy a wonderful view of Mexico City 360 in 1 hour and 45 minutes. The specialty of the house is the Terminator lobster, a huge lobster bathed in cream and cheese sauce or cilantro cream. The restaurant has 62 corridor tables with capacity for up to 262 people, as well as a bar with 17 tables for 70 people. The food is international and you have to go preferably with reservation. It offers a variety of exit dishes, smoking area, and parking with valet. We choose this problem because we think it's a real life problem. In countries like Africa, people are dying because they're starving. And not so far here in Puebla and here in Mexico, there's a lot of cities that don't have enough goods to be properly fed.
Mexico is one of the countries with highest rate of obesity. The food is not used to its fullest. This is because much of the food consumed in large city is fast food, already cooked food that you only have to go to pick up, and that most of the time it is in exaggerated amounts, so much is thrown. In Mexico, a large amount of food is generated per day. However, more than 30,000 tons of food in good condition are wasted every day. The restaurant sector plays an important role since 35% of this waste occurs in the consumption stage. Especially on those 30,000 tons, 13,000 are generated in Mexico City. Currently, the World Trade Center is one of the hotels more visited in the Mexico City. For this reason, World Trade Center increased the contamination to the environment thanks to the waste that they produce every day is really an impressive amount. All the food generates CO2 when it is disintegrating, and how we know in Mexico City exists environmental contingency because of the long production of CO2, and they don't have a long amount of trees that. According to the newspaper Expansión, 51% of people living in Mexico City suffer from poverty, which means that not many of those people do not have the possibility to eat 3 times a day due to lack of resources. With the amount of food thrown off in Mexico City in relation to all restaurants, they could feed poor people at least one a day. 23.3% of the population lives in food poverty, and 12.5% suffer chronic malnutrition. In this chart, we can see how the percent of population in conditions of poverty is fluctuate in the same amount, because in the Mexico City the last 10 years the poor people has increased and the poverty increased with there. It's important that because in the last year we can see that the percent of extremely poverty has decreased in 2 points since 28.
Place of food in the World Trade Center, Mexico City, we find two models, both of them implemented by Nordic countries, being first the Swedish government. Well, the first model is the creation of a bank of food. This one was improved in the capital of Sweden, Stockholm, in the year 2015. Well, what's this model? The bank of food is a place where all the food that usually is thrown to the trash by big supermarkets, because the debt spread is very close, already passed by some days or even some hours, or even have a problems with the package, can have a second opportunity. The idea of this is to create a place where people that have less income than the standard people from Sweden can buy the food. Obviously, this food will have a discount by the quality and the circumstances. The principal provider of this food will be a big chains of supermarket like Helcom and William. According to the Treasury Mission of Stockholm, each year will be saved 680,000 tons of food that are usually wasted and end in dumps. The idea of this is that even the supermarkets and the mission will have some money back to improve again the operation. The second model is to do it by the mission of Stockholm. The idea of this is get all the food. It's a campaign to get all the food, no matter where, from supermarkets, usually for restaurants, and for particulars, to collect all the food possible and give it to the people that have less, especially people who have less, who doesn't have a work or doesn't have a home, and the ones that are not official in social programs from the government. In the last years, especially with the great migrations from people from Middle East, the Swedish government applied this kind of people. And in the last years, countries like Denmark and Norway followed the same system in their respective capitals, being this Copenhagen and Oslo. This program tried to be very successful in the three countries, and it will be implemented too in their social laws. Okay, how can we make this in Mexico? Okay, talking about the Central Trade of Mexico City, like my partner Maya Jose told us before, there's hundreds of tons of food that are thrown to the trash each year and each month for this center. What we can do is the possibles are to making about a city that have more than 12 million people and approximately more than 10% live in the poverty. Our implementation of this kind of bank will be a change of life for even millions of them. And especially the waste of fruits and vegetables in these ones, the best solution that we can find to these problems of the compost. Companies like Vermex here in Mexico are implementing big amounts of compost to give fertility back to the ground and improve the quality of vegetables and fruit that grow up and are the basic food for the Mexicans. We need to understand that the compost requires more ingredients, but one of the key, the fruits and the vegetables. Two of them, according to the population that is growing now in our country, each time the food will be more necessary. And what's other way, which is a better way to use again this food that usually turns to the trash, that giving back to the ground again and make it to provide best quality of food.
So this is our break. Thank you so much for your attention.